Welcome to Unity Inspired Living. Our community began in 1989 as a small worldwide Unity book study group, and we've continued the momentum as an ever-evolving spiritual community. Each Sunday, you will find dynamic thought leaders delivering inspiring messages and talented musicians sharing sound healing through their melody. Here, we embrace ancient spiritual traditions, universal truths, and emerging wisdom. Let's check out this Sunday message. We're so grateful you've joined us.
So welcome into this sacred space. My name is Amy Van Ling, and I am joyfully the spiritual director here at Unity Inspired Living, and it is always my absolute joy to welcome you into another sacred, divine, inspired experience here. So just settle in and welcome your heart into this space. Allow yourself to slow down and feel into this moment and enjoy the beautiful souls we have joining us today. Our theme this month of December is Awakening the Divine Genius, and I love this theme. And today is winter solstice, so we get less sunlight today, and we have the longest night of the year. So we think less sun, but it's the longest night of the year. So from this moment forward, after today, we get to see that the light begins to return to us. And I think that is always such a fitting, grounding moment, turning point, I suppose we could say, in our lives. Like it aligns with the Christmas story, right? Like Christ as a principle, as a divine idea of wholeness and love. Intelligence, divine intelligence born within our human consciousness is born like in the dark, right? And then the Christ light shows up and is birthed. And here we all are together. And Carol's here. She says, "Good morning, beautiful family." Janet's here. She says, "Hi, everyone. Wonderful to welcome Robyn, Jesse, Amy, Pat. Perfect combo on this Sunday before Christmas. We are so blessed to have you all here." Yes. And then Robyn is here, of course. Yay! We are so grateful to be together. So we are just honoring the divine Christ light that we get to shine, that we get to birth and renew, and it becomes visible in our lives. And this time of year just kind of grounds us into like focusing inward on that divine genius awakening, precisely when we can embrace the darkness. And feel like life just knows how to reveal itself just in the perfect timing. So tonight, as we sort of tilt back toward the sun in a way, we're remembering that that flame, that light is always burning and awakening in us, and the Christ within you is not asking you to be perfect, just asking you to be present with this time of year, present with yourself, present with your own light, and honoring that space. So welcome in, everybody. We are grateful to be together. I see you here, Sonia. Welcome in. She says, "Blessed solstice to all." Yes, so grateful to see you here. I was looking at our group picture just yesterday from the holiday Christmas party, and it was such a joy to see all of your faces there. And Pat and I have a really cute picture at that party with our glasses. Seeing Pat right now, I'm reminded of that picture. It's very cute. So welcome in, everybody. Grateful to be here. It is my joy, delight, honor to welcome back our radiant soul here, Robyn Rice Olmstead. She is full of wisdom and compassion, and has blessed our community many times over with her presence, and she embodies the essence of authentic spirituality, authentic love, and she reminds us of our truth and our power. And in her talk today, she's going to talk to us about the power of wonderful you, and you'll have to look at the spelling. She's done a very creative play on words here, and I just love this so much. Love Robyn so much. There will be a workshop today immediately following the service. So we'll wrap up here on Facebook live stream, and then we'll move into the Zoom room, and I'm going to drop the link here in the chat. and we'll be ready for the Spirit to move even more in the workshop. So thank you, Robyn, for being here with us today. We also have the getting ready to be uplifted, ignited, magnified by this beautiful magnificence, Jessie Powers. Her music truly opens our hearts. It's like anchors us into harmony and joy. Just such a joyful celebration when Jessie's here. So thank you, Jessie, for being here and being such a beautiful part of our community. We're grateful. You will also see on the screen our beloved Pat. She is here. Her presence and essence just gift us with her beauty, and she's here sharing our community announcements, our inspirational reading, and our prayer of plenitude this morning. So we are going to enter into this space with reverence, and I invite you to take that in-breath of the Spirit, my favorite definition of inspiration, as we open up our space here, and just tune into our mission statement. And here, what we are doing together is fostering love and wisdom, inspiring transformation, offering compassionate outreach, and embracing unity. And we're very grateful that we are here journeying together. It's just so important that we honor that too, that we are together in this community, supporting, encouraging, uplifting one another. So thank you for being part of this co-creation. So we are going to start with our community song, and I invite everybody to sing along, and nobody can hear you, so sing really loudly. I'm going to hand the screen right over here to Jessie, and she is going to take us away. Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you, Amy, and thank you for encouraging people to sing. There's no shame. You're sitting in your living room. You should definitely sing, and you know the words. A holiday favorite, here we go. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania with some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Well, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. One more time. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is actually usually pretty bad, I have to attest, but we'll just say it's terrific. Well, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. Okay, now we'll finish up, but we'll do it in a different style. Let's try doing it like a little prayer, because really at any time of the year there's no place like home. Home inside of your heart, inside of your God self, in your soul. So I'll stop strumming like that. Well, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home sweet home.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you for you. Thank you for making us feel our hearts deeply and laugh at the same time. We are truly grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to hand the screen over to Pat. Pat has our inspirational reading for today and our community announcements. Thank you so much, Pat.
Good morning. Good morning, dear friends. Here are a few announcements for you to add to your calendars for the rest of December. Remember to join Robyn on our Zoom link. Find it at www.unityinspiredliving.org after the service, beginning at 11:30 to 12:30 for the workshop. 'Tis the season to be here now. Everyone welcome. Have you heard of the Social Lights? Our new fun, uplifting team was just formed in early December, and we're delighted to helping our community shine online. Come and join us as we light up the social media with love, connection, and spiritual inspiration. Our commitment is to like, share, and comment on all our social media and get others to do so too. Let Amy know if you want to join our team. Now is the time to make your special contribution for our end of the year giving campaign. Send in your 2025 special contribution before December 30th, and remember to end your donation with 25 cents so we can gift you a special uncirculated commemorative coin. It is your support, love, and generosity that keeps us strong and thriving. Your gift right now matters. And if you're available to host a third Saturday Circle and Potluck any month in 2026, please call Jan or Nancy. Please stay connected with all our happenings. Visit our website, unityinspiredliving.org, our Facebook page, Unity Inspired Living, and read our weekly connection every Wednesday in your email. And now it is time for our inspirational reading for December's theme, Awakening the Divine Genius. And the title of the brief inspirational reading is Awakening Our Divine Genius is Easy. And these are some thoughts I have written down. Many sages have shared that awakening our divine genius is not something we do, it's more of an undoing. Undoing our old stories, undoing our created fears and our limited opinions. Release, release, release. As we release, we become and awaken our divine genius, accepting and being who we are designed to be. We are not only a bit of the highest energy's hands on earth, we are one with it. Steve Taylor, in his book, The Leap, the psychology of spiritual awakening, shares about awakening our divine genius. First of all, he examines what we wake up from. It's from a limited state of awareness into more expansive and intense one. He shares 3 different ways in which a person can wake up permanently. Number 1, some people are born awake, and their process unfolds naturally and easy without any special effort or event. These people often go into the arts, writing, poetry, music, or art. Number 2, then there are those who wake up gradually over a long period of time through a commitment to spiritual practice, such as meditation and yoga, or through following spiritual paths, traditional religions, or set out on a solo journey. This process works best when it's the realization of the undoing and experiential versus striving to be an intellectual study. Number 3, and then the largest group, those who wake up suddenly and dramatically, often following an intense psychological turmoil, like an accident of our own or a close loved one having a near death or some other kind of out-of-body experience. It's interesting to discover which of the three paths you may be on. However, questions remain. Do we believe we are a divine genius? If so, what is our specific challenge to awaken it? Many of us are in the number 2 category of waking up gradually through a commitment of study and release. What release needs to happen for you? The year 2025 is almost over. Is there something you need to leave behind this year? Release is fun and easy. Why is it so easy for me to release so that I may awaken my divine genius? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pat. We appreciate you. Michael J says you have the angelic glow today. We are going to hand the screen back over to Jessie for, I think it might be our final song. Jessie stepped in last minute and she has something else going on. So thank you, Jessie, for being here. I'm going to hand the screen over to you.
Sure. This is about knowing the divine genius inside. Oh no, that shouldn't happen. There we go. There in the center of my soul, I can feel you all around me, something holy and untold, but I hear it perfectly. Somehow in the sweetness of now, I can see I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Here and now I can see I was made beautifully. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Beyond books and words and songs, at the gate of all my longing, leaving certainty behind. I take one step and you come running. It's clear. Ooh, in the deepness of here, I can see I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Here and now I can see I was made perfectly. I was made in the image. I was made in the image of love. Love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Oh, love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. Oh, love, love, flow like water. Love, love, move in me. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. Sing that. We were made in the image. We were made in the image of love. We were made in the image. We were made in the
sweetness, tenderness, depth. Thank you for taking us there, Jessie. We are so grateful for you. We know you're running off the screen. She's doing another show right now in another church. Yes. Thank you so much, sweetheart. We are so grateful for your presence and your musical magic. Truly magnificent. Thank you. Thank you. Have a blessed day. We love you.
Thank you. I love you guys. It's so nice to be with you. Have a good Sunday.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Yes. Pat, I'm going to hand the screen over to you. I know you have our prayer of plenitude for us. Thank you, beloved.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, made in the image. Let's take a couple deep breaths after that. I invite you to join me now as we move into a space of oneness with Spirit. We quiet our minds and open to the great realization of an abundant universe. We connect with an inner stillness that is grounded in the divine flow of giving and receiving. We practice gratitude for all that life gives us and accept there is more coming our way. We align and operate from our divine nature to give freely from a compassionate heart to ourselves and others, assured we are never void. We set our intention to engage in right action that attracts opportunities to prosper. We are each a very grateful spirit expanding in this human life. We are gratefully succeeding and stepping forward into greater good. And so it is.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your divine light. We are so grateful for you. Thank you for taking us into that space as well. We feel you. We love you. We appreciate you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We'll see you on this side of the the live stream. Blessings, sweetheart. Well, we get to be here overflowing with gratitude for Robyn today, and we have zero internet issues. And I don't know, many of you were on last time Robyn was here, and she was having some internet troubles, and she was so kind. Thank you. She re-recorded the talk, and it's on YouTube for those of you who, I know I've posted that in our group, wanted to go back and watch it, but that's Robyn's heart. That's what I'm attempting to say here is her heart is so abundant and so kind and so thoughtful and so radiant, and we're thankful for you here with us. I'm going to pray us in, hand the screen over for the powerful power of Wonderful You. And wonderful is O-N-E, if you didn't see the title in the talk. And Robyn is magnificent and creative, and oh, so thankful for this time together and for one another and for this sacred day, for the blessing of gathering in community. And as this light begins to return this solstice weekend, we give thanks for divine light, for divine intelligence, for divine genius that never fades. That never fades, and we recognize that there is only one power and one light and one presence, spirit shining through all of us in all moments. And we affirm that we are one with this presence. We are the divine light. We are the divine genius. And today we bless our amazing, beautiful, wisdom, love-filled Robyn, knowing her message is opening up our hearts and elevating our spirit and activating our awareness and divine genius. And so I release this word, knowing it is all true, into the great expanse of love, and love for love, and absolutely as love. And so it is. Ashe. Namaste. Thank you so much, Robyn, for being with us today. I'm going to hand the screen over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amy. It's so good to be here. I love this place. I love this community. When I come and I listen to you all, I'm just like, I just want to snuggle in. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So what a month, huh? Phew. Awakening the divine genius. I love that topic. And coupled with my topic, as Amy said, the power of one, spelled Onederfull You. I'm pretty sure you can all figure out where this talk is going. But I'm going to start with a page from one of my favorite speakers' playbook, Reverend Verona Garland, by telling you a joke. So, how many of us woo-woo spiritual people does it take to change a light bulb? None. We just raise the vibration until the room glows. It's true though, right? It's so true. Anyway, okay, let's dive into this. So, as we said, my title is One Like the Number and Wonderful put together. So let's look at those words separately for a minute, just starting with wonder, because this is the time of the year when it's known for its wonder and its magic and all that abounds. And I looked up the definition of wonder, and it was being a cause of astonishment or admiration. I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I particularly remembered Christmas as a kid and just how everything was magical and astonishing and a thing of wonder. And even at this time, even if you're bah humbug or whether you're mesmerized by the glow of the Hanukkah lights or the feasts of Kwanzaa or the rituals of the solstice or jolly old Saint Nick coming down many a chimney or the birth of baby Jesus, all of those events share one thing in common. And that is that they are a celebration of love. And love being that Jesse sang about, being that ultimate space of oneness. So, spoiler alert, I'm not going to say anything today that you haven't already heard someone else say. So what I need is a little help from you. I need you to listen differently. I need you to be fully present in a different way. So I'm going to invite you right now to take a breath, to really just stop what you're doing, to stop multitasking, to just take a breath and be here right now. And just let go of anything that's gone before this moment. If you're comfortable closing your eyes and going within, just do that for a moment. And anything you need to do later, after this service, just let it go. And continue to breathe. Breathe in. Let your to-do list fall off. And just become more immersed in this moment. Let go of any of the thoughts passing through your mind. You know, and I promise, they will come back if they are needed. So just let go of those last minute to-dos and be here now. And really take a moment and just think about why you came today. Why you come every week or occasionally, or maybe this is your first time. But why are you here? And what do you get from being here? And what would you like to leave with today? And again, just breathe into that. Just let those thoughts float by, noticing your answers. and then letting them all fade into love, the love that it is. Just allow that love to surround you and breathe it in. Totally just breathe it in. Know that this moment is truly a divine appointment to celebrate or maybe even discover wonderful you in a new way. So just allow yourself to be here fully. And we just know that as you open up this space for spirit, that you will receive the perfect message today for you. So breathe in that love. Exhale gratitude. And take another breath. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and be here now. So did you feel that? Did you feel it? This is the wonder. This is the magic that in 2 or 3 minutes, you had the opportunity to totally shift what you were doing and feeling and to totally recalibrate everything going on in your body temple. Whether you chose to do it or not is on you. But the important part is that this is the power of and the wonder of who you are. So this is something that can be done anywhere at any time. Each and every one of us possesses this power because we're part of the one power and presence known as love. We're inseparable from it. It's just like the roots of a tree. You look at a tree and every leaf looks different, but they're all fed by the same root. And oneness is this shared source. It's the diversity. Wonderful is the diversity of expression. So this is our job. This is our calling, to be the diversity of expression by living into our uniqueness and being willing to express that in its fullness. So how do we do this? Well, I was thinking about awakening the divine genius, and to me, it does sound like a big job, but is it? So as I was thinking about that, I was thinking, I asked my bestie AI, what is genius? And it said divine creative impulse. I love that. What it made me do is think about the first thoughts that came to my mind were babies. To me, they are true geniuses. They come into the world without speaking our language, and yet they fully communicate all of their needs, right? A baby lives entirely in the now. There's no past to regret. There's no failure to think about in the future. There's no fear. There's just this breath, this moment. And it's just their pure presence is that birthplace of genius. They have unlimited curiosity. They approach everything with wonder. What is this? What does it do? What happens if I touch it? And it just is, it's creativity is that spark to every invention, insight, and breakthrough that we have. They don't have any limiting beliefs. The baby doesn't think, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I might fail. What will people think? They just explore. They reach and they fall and they try again. And that to me is genius in motion. Oh, there's so many things about babies. They're just the authentic expression. They don't hide their feelings. They laugh when they want to laugh. They cry when they're overwhelmed. They reach out when they want connection. there's no masking or doing anything else. They also are the quickest learners. I read that in their first year of life, a baby learns more than most adults learn in a decade. Take that in. More than adults learn in a decade. They learn language, they learn movement, they learn emotional bonding, they learn pattern recognition, all of it, and it's happening at lightning speed. And that is just a symbol of what is really possible for our brain. So they also haven't forgotten their source. In many spiritual traditions, babies are seen as still close to the veil. So they haven't been taught separation and doubt and fear and all of those things that we spend a lifetime trying to forget. So they radiate that purity and that divine spark, that wonderful essence that we all spend time taking classes and trying to remember. So every baby is a genius because they arrive already knowing all of that. So can we do this? Can we do this? Can we return to this state of innocence and wonder? Probably not. We've spent a lifetime perfecting our own way of living. Can we let go of our doubts and our fears and our insecurities, our regrets? I mean, this is the very armor that has kept us safe and protected, and the very armor that holds us back has protected us at the same time, even though it kept us from shining our true light. And that's okay. But the time is now. The state of the world these days is telling us that our light is needed. And we can't be separated from the divine genius. We just can't. It may be sleeping, like Pat said in her reading, but our divine creative impulse is with us at all times. We can't be anything but divine genius. It may not always look like we want it to, but that's the invitation. So the invitation is to always shine our light in our own unique way. And I know that we do this. I know that I could ask, I know that it's not only babies. I know that I could ask any one of you where your divine genius shone last week, and you'd be able to tell me, because I'll bet that you successfully averted an accident on the freeway, or that you stopped somebody's baby from having a tantrum in the market because you were making faces or doing something that created this space for this intervention of your light. Dr. Seuss said, "There's no one who is youer than you." Scripture says, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made." Together, that reminds us of our uniqueness, and that it's not just a spiritual, it's not just a personality trait. It's a spiritual assignment. Our uniqueness is not just a personality trait. It's a spiritual assignment. So are you willing to accept that? Are you willing to accept that you are here on purpose, and that nothing, truly nothing that has occurred in your life has been a mistake? Your story matters, and it needs to be shared with the world. And even though there's been good times and bad times, can you release them? Can you let them go? Can you redefine them? Or can you allow them to be that fuel that propels you forward? You get to decide. That is truly the power of Wonderful You. You get to decide. Jesse sang about it. You were made in the image and love, made perfectly. There's no denying that. The rest of it is just our thoughts and how we label it. So can we let it go? Today in my workshop, that's what we'll be working on. We'll discover and uncover some of those stories. Maybe they will be stories to let go of, or maybe they are stories to share with the world. You get to decide. You are unique. There's no one like you. Can you or will you embody the power of being yourself? Emerson says, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. That is the divine genius, awake and aware of the power of individuality. That is you and your individual, unique expression of the divine. But as I said in the beginning, you probably already knew all of this. Maybe you needed to remember, maybe it had opened up a new portal for you or gave you permission to step into your true essence. So during this season of wonder, where we're going from the darkness to the light, can you embrace that metaphor? Can you shake off whatever has been darkness, whatever has held you back? Or maybe it's not even that heavy, that intense. Maybe it's just emerging to even more better. Whatever it is, can you embrace and redefine that innocence of being a child? Can you embrace that pure presence? No past to regret, no future to fear. Can you live into that unlimited curiosity? Really, when you hear yourself say, I know, I know, I know. You know, they say that when you hear that, when you do that, that you cut off 90% of your ability to hear the rest of whatever the other person is saying. So can you let go of that? I know. Can you be present and not know? Can we explore and reach and fall and get up and try again? Can we be that genius in motion? I know it's a big ask. I know it's a big ask, and we spend a lifetime doing this. But that is it. And the beautiful thing is that truly the power is within you. You are fully equipped right now to shine your light. And I guarantee you that you make a difference no matter how small you think it is. Even if it's that time you smiled at the checker that was grumpy, we make a difference. And so our charge is to live into it. That is the charge that I leave you with today. As we go into these happy, holy days, I wish you all holy, happy, infinite possibility-filled days. And I'm going to leave you with another little joke. Why do us wonderful people like yourselves love the winter solstice? It's because it reminds them that even when things look dark, their inner light is still doing its best work. So that is the power of wonderful you. Thank you.
Well, I loved everything about this talk, and I loved how you started with the joke and brought in Verona. Grateful. Um, you know what? And you're right. I think this is true for every week we're here. We're not ever saying anything like really new. It's all reminders. And yet they're so potent and so important because every moment in time that we're in is a new moment, and we are different. We see things, hear things in a different way. Sometimes I'll reread something that I've read before and I think, oh, I already read that. And when I see it again a different time in my life, it's like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Or, oh, that makes a different kind of sense. So I think that's why it is really vital that we continue to, that's why we have community, to remind ourselves, encourage each other, and keep us, on our track, and other people who get us, right? Those who love the solstice.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much, Robyn. Let's check in. I was just pulling up the link for your workshop, which is "'Tis the Season to Be Here." Yes, and here now. And I was going to drop that right here in the feed, and I don't know where it went, but I want to check in with everybody and see what everybody is sharing. No past regret. No past to regret, says Luinda. No future to fear. Letting go. I'm working on this. Thank you, Luinda, for being here and sharing in this experience. This is an experience. We call it the Sunday experience because it is. We all take in the experience in the way that it needs to be revealed to us in this moment. And that's what another important piece about these messages we hear on Sunday morning. I hear it in a different way than you hear it, and it's perfect because we're your wonderful you, and we're having the Spirit revealed to us in just the way we are supposed to hear it in this moment. It's perfect. It's divine timing, divine message. Is my phone turning off? Okay, beautiful talk, Robyn. Thank you. I feel your loving essence. Yes, that is true. Michael J says true. Yes. Mic drops from Sonia. A lot of mics.
Thank you.
I know there were lots of mic drops. I am inspired to see the inner work that is facilitated in this community. Amazing love is. Thank you, Michael J. Yes, beautiful talk, Robyn. We love you. We appreciate you. We have a little bit of time. Okay, I was just waiting to see if there was any more notes coming in the feed to talk about. Sometimes after a talk, we just need a moment, like after Jesse's song, right? It's like there's a time to just get still.
Yeah.
And you brought us into that space too when we started. It's like you can take that moment, just that moment to get centered, to feel, versus stay in the spin and the chaos and the activity of life, which is all important and it's all part of our humanity and what we do. And yet coming back to center is such an important part of your power, the power of wonderful you. So thank you, Robyn. Sometimes I'm just letting my feed let us know if there's anybody else going to say or share. However, we're going to go into the workshop link, and we have a little bit of time, so you have time to digest. I'm sure you took notes. I know a lot of you do. I usually do, and I didn't have a pen, and I was like, I don't have a pen. There's so much I want to write down. Yet that did put me in a different space of just really, I guess being just even more present. Because if we're writing, right, we're still kind of writing the last. It's so interesting just to observe ourselves and where we're at and what's going on in every moment. And so I was definitely more like in step with every single word here versus like, okay, I want to write down that last very amazing thing you just said. And now there's another amazing thing and I can't keep up. So okay. Hydrate, nourish yourselves, get a snack. And then come back into our workshop link, which I'm going to drop right here in our chat. And as soon as we conclude here, and then you can jump in there. You can also go to our website, which is unityinspiredliving.org, and you'll see a picture of Robyn, and then you'll see I think I have a lit up like Christmas tree or something there for "'Tis the Season to Be Here Now." That's what I'm talking about. We're here now. Not even taking notes. there's an important piece of all of it, right? But here now is really a practice for us. I think just because of the speed of the time that we're living in, with information, with everything is just fast. Everything moves quickly.
But I think, Amy, I think that was one of the things with this talk, because it really felt um, like the person, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat, but the person that said, I'm trying to release the old stuff, let go of the old stuff. When this talk was coming through, it really was a talk about, I really felt like everybody knew everything, that we all carried this information, and just, what are we going to do with it? And, you know, I I understand, I hear you. Letting go of some old stuff isn't easy. And yet when I ask myself in this moment, and so how's that working for me? You know, it's like, I just feel like we're being shown that it's just time to make new choices, you know, that it's just time. The world looks upside down a lot of the times. And so why not? If we're gonna
Yeah,
play along, let's play full out with our stuff, and just see what's on the other side of that, trying
yeah.
something new. So
As you're, yes, and as you're saying this, it's like if we're not slowing down and present, we can't always see or know what's right in front of us to do, what Spirit's showing us. And this is coming up because I just went on this tour this morning, and we went to the Grand Central Station, and I didn't know anything about this, but it's all original, basically, except for the board that now is digital with the trains and all the different, but it used to be handwritten. But everything else is original in there because there's Penn Station, and at some point in time they completely remodeled and changed that. And it was nothing from the original, and people were very disappointed with how it turned out. And so Jackie Kennedy Onassis is the main reason why there has been I don't know, some ordinances where on all levels Grand Central Station can never be changed from the original. And it's a beautiful, the architect, it's absolutely amazing. And you just think like this one person somehow had it put on her heart to like keep this structure as it was in the original. And if we're moving so fast, and what's making me think of that is like if we're moving so quickly and we're caught up in all the tornadoes of life, if Spirit, God, Source is putting something in front of us, like, hey, look at this, and we're just too busy and distracted, we don't even see it. It's like, how many things are we going to miss if we are not here now? And
yeah, or if we go, oh no, I could never do that. I can't make that
oh,
the difference.
mm,
I'm just one little person. It always makes it, there's a Matthew Fox quote that says something like, if you think you're too small to make a difference, just think about those nights when there's that little mosquito in your room buzzing around. But it always reminds me, it's like, no, there's no one too small. We just don't know, we just don't know. At least that's
yeah,
how I feel.
because when we say things like the stars align, or if the stars align, it's like that's not really just this arbitrary thing. Like this has to do with divine timing, and we there's an orchestration happening that is we can't always comprehend. But so we put ourselves in this place of like, oh, I'm too small for that. We're not saying yes, we're not putting our foot on that first step. I'm gonna butcher the quote, but Martin Luther King says something like that. All you have to do is take the first step, and then the rest will appear. And that's true. It's even the Course in Miracles says it just takes a little bit of willingness. As soon as you give just a little bit of willingness, the heavens can open up, right? And we sometimes want to make the story up that, I already see the future here. I'm just all knowing. I can't do that. So yeah, it made me think of that with the Grand Central Station this morning. Like, wow, I had no idea she was really such an advocate for this.
Right.
building, and it's beautiful, gorgeous building. So let me just
Too
see.
bad she didn't advocate for the White House. Just saying.
Okay, where happened to my feed? Where did everybody go? Okay, wait, I think David's here, which is hi, David says, good morning, Unity. Nice to hear. I was just thinking about you. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I switched over to, anyway, you don't need to know. I'm switched into a different account. That's why it looks different. Okay, everybody. If you feel refreshed, restored, had a great remembering today of the sacredness, sweetness of life, our spiritual journey, and you're grateful for this Unity community, please consider visiting our giving page, because we are 100% supported by your donations, and that continues to have us sharing into the world, thriving and pouring our love and our beautiful messages from incredible speakers like Robyn Rice Olmstead into the ethers here for people to be inspired and loved up. And sometimes this message comes along and you're like, hey, that's exactly what I needed to hear. So we put that out to the world. So thank you for co-creating that with us. I'm going to pull up on our screen the prayer of divine awakening, which we close with. And I invite you to make this your own prayer. Speak it out. Make it a declaration for your life. Where is it? There it is. The prayer of divine awakening. It's a new day, a beautiful day, a new beginning. I embrace this day with new eyes, an open heart, and expansive mind. I choose my vibrational frequency deliberately and consciously, harmonizing with life's events. I am receptive to source energy, divine guidance, and wisdom available to me at all times. I commit to serve unconditional love fully and completely. I move forward in a state of appreciation, an extension of the one magnificent power and presence. I am sovereign, whole, and free, claiming dominion over my life as I go in peace and awaken to my divinity. And so it is. Happy solstice, precious beings. Merry Christmas, happy holy days. We're in Hanukkah. The light is shining around us. And so just tune into that vibration, that frequency, because that's what this season's all about. There's this time where we come back to that birthing out of the darkness. So take advantage, because it's a collective vibrancy, and we get to be part of that. So thank you for being here. We are moving into the Zoom room in, let's say, 23-ish minutes. So hydrate, snack, nourish yourselves, and get ready to, 'tis the season to be here now. Thank you, Robyn. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so grateful for your presence with us and being part of our community. Everyone else, blessings and love. Shine on, bright ones. This is the season you can shine even brighter with this star on top or something. Blessings. I love you all dearly. We'll see you in the Zoom room in 22 minutes.